Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Posh America. I am your host, Pete Urich. It's been a couple weeks, a little bit of transfer information that's come out recently, but I'm not actually going to talk about that right at this moment. I have a pet project that I think actually is really important to this whole Posh America movement. Now, recently, two gentlemen from this side of the pond bought a historic club, Wrexham. Maybe you've heard of these guys, Rob McElwaney and the other guys, really good looking, but really not sure what his name is. Actually, no, Ryan Reynolds. My wife is going to claim that I have a man crush on this guy, but I kind of do. So whatever. But anyway, with that celebrity power, it's obviously going to bring Wrexham onto the radar screen of a variety of different people. People that normally wouldn't be fans of the club are going to find out about the club that way. And recently, for whatever reason, I just got that thought in my head, and I was like, okay, well, if only I knew a celebrity to try and convince them to become a Posh fan. And then I remembered I do know a celebrity. Now, hopefully, I'm doing a little bit of service to both directions here. Okay. A guy that I went to high school with, I would call him a friend, but we haven't talked in a while, so it's not like we're close or anything like that. I'm not claiming that Jimmi Simpson is my best friend by any stretch of the imagination. I just went to high school with the guy. But if you were to say, hey, I know Pete Urich, he would actually know who you were talking about. So right now, I know that Jimmy is over in England filming something. I don't know exactly what he's filming because those things are not, part of my job. But since he's in England and I know he's having a good time, he's enjoying himself in England. He got sick and the NHS people took really good care of him. He made a comment about it on his Instagram. So here is my thought process is Jimmi Simpson could be that famous American who becomes a Posh fan. I think this could be the thing because my whole entire thesis with Posh America is to get Americans to support Posh. Now, I obviously want the numbers to be huge, but maybe getting the right one person is the key. And Posh fans over in England, I need your help for this. All right. Now, what I really need you to recognize is, first of all, Jimmy is one of the best guys that I would say he's the best guy in Hollywood, but I don't know anybody else who's from Hollywood. I just know that he's a really good dude. A few years ago, I had a student who was interested in acting. He sat down with that kid and talked to him for a while. It was really, really great of him to, use his time that way. So just a really great guy. If you don't know who Jimmy is, Jimmy has been in a lot of different things. Probably most famously, I would think, for either the Untold Story of the Notorious B.I.G. or Westworld. Westworld was a huge hit, absolutely amazing show, not for kids. Definitely don't let your kids watch Westworld. But overall, he's just been a progressively building his career over the years and just a really good actor who's also a really good dude. So here's what I want to do is since Jimmy is a really good guy and Posh is my favorite club, I would love to meld the two together and do it in the most backwards of ways. Even though I know the guy and I could send him a direct message, what I would really like to do is use the power of social media to make this thing happen. Make Jimmy feel a little bit of love while at the same time maybe getting Posh onto his radar screen so that maybe we can convince him to become a Posh fan. Now, tomorrow, it's actually almost tomorrow here. It is already tomorrow in England, but regardless, tomorrow is July the 8th. And what I want to do is on July the 8th, at 8 o'clock in England. I would love it, absolutely love it, if every single Posh fan who saw this video and or has a Twitter account was able to tweet "Make Jimmy Posh." Hashtag "Make Jimmy Posh." And if we get enough people to do it, and even with the modest number of Posh fans that we have in this world, if we were to get enough Posh fans to do it at the same time, 8 p.m. in England on July 8th, we could end up trending "Make Jimmy Posh." And that would be an amazing thing. Now, his name is spelled a little bit differently, so I've got it right down here at the bottom, but "Make Jimmy Posh" might be the way to get Jimmi Simpson as our celebrity from across the pond who's interested, and maybe get a little bit of recognition for the Posh. That's my plan. All right. Maybe it's not a great plan, but again, I am all about Posh America, making as many people fans on the other side of the pond support the mighty Peterborough United, who strengthened our squad this week. Holy moly! It was a spectacular week to be a Posh fan. We had, obviously, the first one was the least exciting. We pick up a backup goalkeeper. I know he's going to fight Pimmy for the number one spot, et cetera, but and just as a side note, I just found out today that Ethan Horvath, who is the American keeper who saved the penalty against Mexico, I suggested him a few weeks ago in a video that he should go to Posh. And where did he end up? He ended up at Fulham. We could have gotten him. Maybe not. I probably couldn't have afforded him. But regardless, then the second signing, George Grant from Lincoln, obviously a lot of positive vibes about him from the different fans that I've read on Twitter, that he seems to be a player that is going to fit in nicely. And then we have the two boys who are returning. We have Mr. Knight and Mr. Marriott. Okay, now I am personally most excited about Jack Marriott coming back. He's one of those players that, despite the fact that he's moved away, paid attention to his career, and also I still use him as a player on FIFA. I know that it's only 4 signings and that people want more and everything like that, but this is exactly the type of players that we need. And I know that, again, the whole idea of, well, Craig McHale-Smith and George Boyd and Aaron McLean, everybody who's come back, it's never really worked out. But Jack is different, and so is Josh Knight. They're both very different because of the fact that Jack has something to prove. Going to Derby and having it not work out, that is the perfect scenario. And the fact that he chose to come back to us is spectacular. He has something to prove, and he's still within that age range where he's still at the prime of his career. So I think that we can expect really big things from Jack. And the same thing with Josh. I think that we are going to see a lot of really good things out of those two players. And obviously we need to strengthen the squad a little bit more. Again, be patient. I don't think that anybody was anticipating those 4 signings happening all within 1 week and having them be as positive as they were. So trust the process. It's going to take a little bit of patience, but I think we are putting ourselves into a really great position to not only survive, but thrive in the championship. And this is an exciting time to be a Posh fan. So remember, tomorrow, or today actually, for anybody who's watching this in England. All right, today at 8 p.m. England time, make Jimmy Posh. That would be your Posh America homework assignment, and I'd really appreciate it. Hopefully my friends at the Yellow Block will help me out here, and my boy Cape United as well. All right, get the news out there. Make Jimmy Posh. See if we can make it happen. All right. Have a great day, and up the Posh.